driver. Just want to say thanks for coming out and giving me your opinion on this track and the facility. So who do I have standing beside me, and what division you're racing?
Jason Fontaine, and I race Street Stock 1J, coming up on 20 years, I guess, this year.
Wow, perfect. What's your hometown? Where do you come from?
I come from right here in Park Wilburn.
Great. How'd you get started in racing?
Well, my dad raced for 25 years, sportsman, so I guess just once I got into it, after hanging out with all my buddies, I got into helping him out, and I liked it, so I guess we went a long way with it, and then he raced 25 years, and then that's how I got my first car from Fred Corton, but I guess coming through him, that's how it started.
Yeah. What make and model car do you run? Like, I know you had the metric for a while, and you got the Camaro now. Why make the switch?
Well, in the transition of back when in 2011 there was Camaros, they were just dominating, so we had the opportunity to buy Brent Bigelow's car, and that's just, we started out from there, and I guess it's been really, really good. You know what I mean? The car, the difference between the Leaf car and the spring or the coil spring car is like it just doesn't really roll over that much, right?
Yeah. So growing up in Niagara, who was your favorite driver you loved to cheer for?
I used to be a big Brian Stevens fan, for sure.
Yeah. How busy does your schedule look this year? You know, is it just Humberstone? Try the other tracks? You know, what's it going to be for you?
So we're going to do Humberstone full time.
Okay.
I bought a camper a couple of years ago. We like to do the camping thing on the weekend, but when we're not camping, I'm going to go to Ransomville and Maryville.
Okay. Perfect. What's your dream track that you'd love to race at? Whether it be Daytona, Talladega, Eldora. If you had the opportunity to do it just once.
I would always like to be a Bristol fan. The short track, lots of excitement.
That's great. For you, is it about getting the big money race to win, or is it about getting that trophy you can look back years from now? What do you prefer?
Yeah, the trophy definitely makes it a lot better. At the end of it, you got something to go by. You know what I mean? But the big money races that's something to look forward to all the time. You know what I mean? Everyone gets excited for the $1,000 to win races.
Yeah.
The Duel on the Dirt series, which is really, really big in our class, and we get the 4 tracks together, and it's just everybody races for each track, and it's awesome.
What's a race day ritual for you? Something that no matter what you do, whether it be a tradition, basically.
My tradition is really not to work on the car on race day, unless it absolutely needs it.
Yeah. That's what,
usually done by time,
Yeah, Mondays and Saturdays for.
Right.
All right. What's your goal you'd like to accomplish before the season's all said and done?
I don't really usually set out to any goals. We just go. We usually come out and do our thing. Like, it's been 20 years for us, so I mean, coming to the track each year is just like that's what we look forward to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Who's a sponsor you'd like to thank that have been with you for almost day one? Who would that be?
Since day one, I guess I would say my boss, Bruce and Adam Ferry at Thruway Muffler. Anytime the car gets wrecked or anything, we have the privilege to use the shop and the hoist, which makes it a lot easier sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. If you did have to sit out, and watch someone from your division, the street stocks, who would you cheer for and why them?
That's a good question. You know what I mean? I guess my brother-in-law races, and I'm always big on helping him, so I would definitely like to see him win a race. He's come so close, and I think he's going to get one this year.
Yeah. What's the significance behind the 1J? What's the meaning behind that?
Well, when we first started out, I guess we were number 50, which was my dad's number.
Yep.
And we could never ever do anything with it. So I always said to Kevin, I just said, you know what, it's time for a change. We need to do something. So we went with 1J, and ever since that year, 2001, we started winning races. So that's just always been the 1J, yeah.
How much longer do you plan on racing? Whether it be this year, 25 years, till you can't move. What's the plans?
I don't know. I say every year that I'm done.
Yeah.
So.
And you're at 20 years later, right?
That's right.
What's some of your highs and lows? What's a season you'll never forget? What's a night that you don't want to repeat?
2014, definitely a season we'll never forget. We won 17 races that year. We won every $1,000 duel on the dirt there was that year. We come out strong at Maryville in the first 9 races. We won 7. Yep. We struggled. We got torn down. We had a little tranny issue there, and we we fought back and we won the points on literally the last night over Jim Lamont for it was 2 points.
Wow. Why did you decide to run Humberstone as your home track? You know, there's other tracks around, but why call Humberstone home?
I like coming here. Ever since I started racing here from day one, we were always treated fair. The facility is awesome. I just definitely I like the shape of the track and the way it is.
Yeah. If you could turn a fan that sits in the grandstands every week watching you to a competitor on the track with you, what would you do to suggest, to do that? Whether it be, come try your car out or get an enduro class, what would you do?
Yeah, definitely. I always like helping people out. So whatever way it would be, if they had an enduro car, if I could help them that way.
With the recent release of our schedule, 2017 release this week, what's a night that you definitely want to look forward to for a fan that they don't want to miss?
I would say that would be, what's that, the July 2nd night?
Yeah, it's a Harold Sonnenberg Memorial Night.
Yeah, so it's 1,000 to win for every class,
Every
and
class.
that would be it. That's awesome.
Yeah. How do you feel that all the hard work, Tom Beals, Bob Davidson, myself, that we're all doing for local short track racing, trying to keep it alive, trying to get the young blood kids out of high school? How do you think we're doing?
Excellent. You know what I mean? This track has always been, like, for the local track, like when people come around, like it was struggling for a while. You know what I mean? And now to see you doing good, there's a lot of potential that I read from the schedule this year, like stuff happening. So it's
Great.
They're always doing a good job.
Now, if you ran into someone on the street that you've never met, no idea who they are, what kind of things would you say to them to, come check out this little track in Port Colborne?
Yeah, I always encourage people, like when I talk to people and tell them that we race stock cars, they're like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, you should come check it out. It's a good night. It's exciting. There's lots to do. Now the kids are free up until 18,
yep,
right? So
yep.
that's awesome.
Well, that's basically everything that I want to ask. Anything else you want to say? Well, you got everyone out there. Anybody you want to thank that's gotten you here?
Well, basically everybody that helps out on the car, like my cousin Kevin, couldn't do it without him. My father, Dan Williams Electric, Thruway Muffler, Port Colborne, Tire Trackers, and we got a couple new sponsors come aboard this year. Probably going to, in a couple of weeks, everyone will know who it is. So
it's perfect. Well, that's basically all that I'd like to know. I just want to say thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
Until next time, here's our next driver.